The founders of the group Occupy Democrats have been accused of funneling hundreds of thousands of dollars into their own pockets. These were the darlings of the Democrats. Remember, they're so funny. They have all these memes that they do, and they're all over Twitter with attacking the other side, attacking Republicans. The problem is they were spending money attacking politicians that weren't really even a factor. Yeah. They weren't even going to be really running for anything, and they're attacking. But the real ugly story is now we find out what was $570,000 out of $790,000. $570,000 went back to the people, to their pockets.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this story says.
It is. And it's important to remember, of course, the Occupy Democrats, of course, sprang out of the Occupy Wall Street movement. They adopted the Occupy phrase, ran with it, did a good job of raising money, over $700,000. They turned it into a political action committee. Yeah. And then they said, suddenly, just people who really aren't even used to this said, oh my God, look at this money. What do we do? So they start paying their own companies as consulting fees. Even though they're running it, they're paying themselves as consultants hundreds of thousands of dollars, according to these stories. And then when they get busted and the news comes out, they say, oh, well, there was some accounting errors, sure. They don't tell us what they were. And then they say, but, we're not allowed to donate money to candidates. If we were, we totally would do that. We just can't do it.
Surprise, they are allowed to donate to candidates. And that was complete BS. Because the Democrats were saying, you're raising all this money, why don't you give it to some of these Democrats that are in trouble? Oh, we can't do that because our charter doesn't allow for it. That's ridiculous. They absolutely could do it. Farron, I had to read this twice. When they were trying to justify, where's that $570,000 going? One of the statements was this: you just don't understand the time it takes to make memes for Twitter and Facebook. $570,000 worth. Well, okay, the point is, this had potential to be a really effective organization. It's going to be very difficult for them to pull out of this, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And listen, it takes time to make memes. There are people who can make a meme about a news story that just broke 2 minutes ago and have 8,000 people share it on Twitter within the next 10 minutes. Yeah. It does not take a long time. You've got very creative people out there that literally do it all day, every day.
Why would you even go there with a statement?
Because they're backed into a corner, and when you get somebody backed into a corner, they just get so stupid. They get so painfully stupid, and that's what we're seeing come out of these guys right now. They don't know what they're doing. They got a huge pot of money. They'd never seen money like that before. They got greedy, which is what always happens with these little pop-up groups, and now they got busted.
Okay, well, the U.S. government wants to reevaluate our relationships with Saudi Arabia, but Wall Street, as you might imagine, has other ideas. So money has always been the attraction for scavenger bottom feeders that never believe that some money is too expensive. There is never that question, is some money too expensive? They've never asked themselves that. Pick this story up.
No, you've got the Future Investment Initiative that actually took place, I think, about a week ago in Saudi Arabia. You had, who went there? JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon, Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon, Blackstone Group CEO Steven Schwartzman, and they all lined up and they said, hey, Saudi Arabia, we're here. We know that you're sitting on $620 billion that you want to invest. We would love to help you do it. We know that you have beheaded over 180 people this year, political prisoners, but we're cool with that because you've got $620 billion.
Wait, they know that Saudi Arabia is responsible for murdering 3,000 Americans on American soil. Happened right where these cats, where Mr. Dimon lives, where Mr. Solomon lives, where Mr. Schwartzman lives. Happened right in their backyard. There's unequivocal evidence that the Saudis were behind it more than any country in the world. But here's the difference. Right now, there's $1 trillion being pushed into fossil fuel by these same cats, okay? So what happens when they push that money in for fossil fuel? What ends up happening is you're going to see a series of IPOs, all right? IPOs is where these guys take their mega fees. You see, they take management fees that are incredible. The other part of it is they're managing the portfolios. They're managing trillions of dollars of portfolios for these Saudi prince types. They're never going to say some money's too expensive, are they?
No, absolutely not. And let's also not forget, we've had some banks in the past doing business with Saudi Arabia. Things didn't end so well for them because it turns out, we were actually laundering money for terrorist organizations.
We handled that case.
Yeah.
We're handling that case right now where these same banks were involved, HSBC, okay? They were laundering money for terrorists from Saudi Arabia. They knew they were from Saudi Arabia. They're laundering money. The money was ending up killing American soldiers, American contractors. We can pin it down exactly. Dollar comes to the bank. That dollar, we can trace exactly what the terrorist organization was that used it, down to where the roadside bomb is. We have it down to that. They know that, the evidence, but hey, has the DOJ done anything about it?
No, absolutely not. And that was Eric Holder decided, we don't want to actually prosecute you for this. We're just going to make you pay back some of the profit, not even all of the profit.
No, it was $1.6 billion and they made $100 billion. They signed a massive document that said, yeah, we were washing money for the Saudis. Yes, we knew it was being used for terrorism. Yes, we knew it was killing American soldiers and American contractors. Wall Street would bless this all day long. They would bless, if you had 1,000 Khashoggis, if you had 1,000 Khashoggis, the bottom feeder punks on Wall Street would say that's absolutely okay. These three guys, Mr. Jamie Dimon, Mr. David Solomon, Mr. Steven Schwartzman, that would be just fine as long as they could make a profit.
They would personally step over those corpses to go sign that deal.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're absolutely stepping over corpses. These are the same people. Understand, Hitler was buoyed up by these very same types. While mass extinction was going on, while Hitler was at his very worst, they were involved in the process of money lending. So at what point you say it's irretrievable, it's broken. It's irreversibly broken. And this is the best example. And Biden has no courage at all. He could step in, he could say, this is absurd, stop it. He won't do that because the Democratic Party is making so damn much money from these very people.
Well, and what he needs to do, just so everybody's aware that yes, he does have power, is declare they're a state sponsor of terrorism. We know they are.
Yeah.
So slap the distinction on them, make it illegal to do business with them, and you can stop this in its tracks.
Well, first of all, that you understand that's been put on the table.
Oh, multiple times.
It's been put on the table. Why are we treating these thugs, these Saudi Arabian thugs, this prince who I call a mutt? Why are we treating them any different from any other terrorists? Because the weapons industry, they want us to. Because the energy industry, they want us to. Because the Democrats and Republicans want us to. Because they're getting so damn much money. So now they own this country. I mean, they're already so invested in this country. I don't think we can ever reverse that. But the point is this, these folks that I just named, maybe we'll have a picture up on in this segment, these folks are stepping over corpses of American citizens, 3,000 that were murdered by the very people that they're so anxious to make money from.
Yeah.